Okay, so we're going to talk about what you're feeling for when you are foam rolling, how you know you've gotten a good response out of the area. And this is going to apply to every other foam rolling video that I have. So this is a good reference if you're not quite sure what you're looking for. So we're going to use our calves as an example. So for foam rolling, we're looking for areas in the muscle that have become kind of tight or tender. So as you're rolling, you might feel that you kind of roll over a bump or an area of tissue that's a little bit harder. That's usually a good spot. And honestly, they're super easy to find because they're usually more tender relative to the other tissues around it. So this should never be a sharp or a shooting pain. If that's the case, you'll move off of that spot. But if you get on something that's kind of achy, or it's like, oh yeah, that's going to be a good spot, probably on a good one. So using the calves as the example, I like to have people scan the muscle first, and you're just looking for the areas that feel tight or tender that you want to work on. So when we're scanning the calves, I do usually pick my butt up off the ground for this just to move a little more easily, but we want to check the whole muscle. So I like to start one with the toes pointing up. So I'm just scanning. I feel not bad there. Do one with the toes pointing in to get the inner part of the muscle. And there, I would definitely have something on my left side to work on. And I'll just roll one past it and check the rest of the muscle. Now I'm going to have my toes pointing out to get the outer part of the muscle. Yep, there's some stuff there. So it's nice, you'll know when you find the spot, and I would just start with the one that got your attention the most. So that's how you scan. And then when you go through working to release some of these points, because the idea behind these spots, have called them before trigger points in the muscle, and it's just spots where we feel the muscle tissue's kind of bunched up, and then your nervous system's holding it in that kind of tight position. So to get that to let go, you want pressure that's firm to encourage that tissue to kind of break up and relax, but you don't want so much pressure that your body's like, what's going on, we got to fight back. So it's kind of counterproductive at that level of pressure. If you're pushing too hard, your body's going to push back. So as you're applying this pressure, you don't want it to feel like a threat to your body. So for me, I found a spot on, yep, there it is, the inside of my left calf. So I'm going to put my butt down. I'm going to keep the leg on the foam roller as relaxed as possible. So you want that muscle to be relaxed, so it encourages those tight spots to be, okay, we can relax too. Then I'm going to use my opposite leg to apply the pressure. So I can push down with that leg if I feel like I need a bit more pressure. And you want to find something where you're putting pressure on it. You can feel some of that intensity, but it shouldn't cross the line where you can't keep the leg on the foam roller relaxed. It shouldn't cross the line where you're tensing up or you're holding your breath. So just kind of check yourself as you go there. So we get on that spot, and once I find that spot, just like to hang out there. Usually about 30 seconds on a spot will do it. So what I'm feeling for here are signs of tissue release. So what you might feel is, it's like, oh, that's kind of tender there. As you're holding pressure on it, it gets less tender even though you're keeping the same pressure. You might feel the area, if it feels kind of tight or hard, you might feel a soften. Sometimes you'll get a twitch response out of the muscle where you feel it kind of shake a little bit and then just let go. Those ones are kind of cool, but it doesn't happen all the time. And I've been getting some little releases out of here. So as I feel something release, I'll just kind of move subtly into a new spot, and allow that one to work out and release too. So you can do this on probably as many spots as you want through the muscle. Usually a couple or 3 out of any one muscle group will give you a nice nice relaxation in that tissue. It's kind of fun too. Just want to keep moving to more. But so that's the gist of what you're looking for when you're foam rolling. You're going to scan, apply pressure while you're keeping that area relaxed, and then you're feeling for signs of tissue release before you move on to the next spot.